think we have some holdouts back, but we're going to go on. We're going to go on without them. Good evening, and welcome to Union-Endicott Central School District PTA and PTSA's 2025 Founders Day Recognition event. My name is Michelle Beatty, and I'm privileged to serve as Vice President of Union-Endicott Council PTSA this year and co-chair for tonight's event, along with my faithful sidekick, Brenda Mariano, who you'll hear more about a little bit later this evening. I'd like to start with a few thank yous. I made a list, but I'm fearful I forgot someone. If I forgot to thank you, it's not personal, but I think this is pretty comprehensive. So first to our UE High School band members for our beautiful background music tonight, Mrs. Lisa Klein, their director. We appreciate you sharing your time and your talents with us. Thank you again. Second to our Tiger Ventures students who, with creativity and attention to detail, prepared our recipient gifts of the embroidered blankets and ornaments. And so if you haven't checked them out, they are kind of positioned next to the display boards, and I encourage you to see their work before you leave tonight. Many thanks to our hosts, the staff, and management here at the Riverdale for putting on a lovely event for us. We couldn't do it without you, so thank you so much. Thank you to our UE PTA and PTSAs for coordinating the selection process of tonight's award recipients. For all those folks who nominated our honorees, made recognition boards, and came here tonight to honor your Founders Day recipient. Special thanks to Joe Brainerd for your willingness to spend your evening with us, recording this event so that it can be posted on the UE website, shared with our community, especially those who were unable to join us for tonight's celebration. For our guest speaker, Mario Salati, for sharing your words of wisdom with our recipients and guests tonight. And lastly, our district administration for your continued support of all things PTA across the district. And I'd like to invite our superintendent, Dr. Nicole Wolf, to the podium to share a few words of welcome.
Thank you, Michelle. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, we gather together to commemorate Founders Day, an event that has truly become one of the most cherished occasions here at Union-Endicott, and I just wanted to personally extend my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for being here on this special evening, and I wanted to also offer my congratulations to all the recipients of tonight's awards. In my recent message to the community that went out earlier this week, I had mentioned the rich history of Founders Day. Originating back in 1897 through the vision of Alice McLennan Burney and Phoebe Apperson Hearst, this concept of supporting children through a parent-teacher organization took root. They believed in the power of mothers advocating for children and affecting positive change in the world. Their inaugural gathering at the National Congress of Mothers in Washington, D.C. drew over 2,000 attendees, demonstrating widespread support for the cause. In 1970, the National Congress of Parents and Teachers merged with the National Congress of Colored Parents, established by Selena Sloan Butler. This was all with the intent to serve children, not just some children, but all children. Today, the National PTA stands as the largest child advocacy organization in the nation, leading initiatives aimed at enhancing the lives of children. So locally, our PTAs and our PTSAs play a pivotal role here at Union-Endicott, tirelessly working to provide enriching experiences and opportunities for our students and our families, from family-oriented events to educational experiences, classroom enhancements, field trips. Their dedication just knows no bounds. So tonight, as we hear and celebrate the accomplishments of this year's honorees, let's all reflect and appreciate upon the differences that they have made in the lives of children right here in Union-Endicott in our schools. So, to the members of our PTAs and PTSAs, I extend my deepest gratitude and appreciation for your unwavering commitment to our students. We thank you and we honor you for your invaluable contributions to Union-Endicott. Next up, I have a note here that says that Mario Salati is going to be saying some wise words. And so as a past recipient of the Founders Day Award, I wanted to welcome up my friend and fellow Rotarian and UE Foundation member, Mario Salati. Come on up.
Thank you very much. You know, I looked at the program and somebody showed it to me and it says that I was going to be giving you some wise words tonight. I better come up with some because I didn't know that's what I was. Anyway, I would like to thank the PTA. Good evening to all of you. I'm really honored that I've been asked to say a few words. And I would like to especially thank the UE School District for having given me a wonderful and rewarding career spanning over 35 years. And I'm happy to say that that connection and involvement still exists with ongoing opportunities to serve. And actually, as I think about it, I've actually been involved with the UE School District for many, many years. When my family came over from Italy, I was placed in 3rd grade at Ginny F. Snap School. So I've been involved with the UE School District for a long time. I know I don't look that old, but it's okay. Anyway, this is an incredibly special evening for all of us to celebrate and honor the impact of our colleagues and community people who have been examples as outstanding individuals doing good things and who have influenced the lives of others. Now tell me the truth. How many of you know what Founders Day is all about? I know that Nicole just read it to you, but before that, how many of you knew what Founders Day was all about? Raise your hand. Okay, it's not the whole room. I got to tell you a little quick story. I remember some years ago when Chris Weber, who was a UE music teacher, a jazz instructor at UE, fantastic person. Anyway, he was being honored. And I'll never forget when he got up to give his remarks and he said, you know, I was told about Founders Day and I kept thinking about it, and I thought, I don't know if they've made a mistake, but it's really something that this community celebrates a fish every year. He thought it was Flounders Day. But anyway, you all know what it's about. It's a day to honor the founders of PTA and their works to improve the lives of children. And tonight's honorees have been selected as examples possessing the attributes, the work, and the goals that recognize the legacy of those PTA founders. You'll hear more about them later on. Steve Jobs once said, quote, "The only way to do great work is to love what you do." And that really is a true statement, isn't it? And then Mr. Rogers, how many of you remember Mr. Rogers? Yes, Mr. Rogers said, quote, "We live in a world in which we need to share responsibility. It is easy to say it is not my community, not my child, not my world, not my problem. Then there are those who see the need and they respond. Those people should be our heroes." And that's true too. And there was that great philosopher, Lily Tomlin. How many of you know Lily Tomlin? Yes, and you know, she said, why doesn't someone do something about that? And then she said to herself, I realized I was the someone. And I think the people that are being honored tonight know that they are the someone. Those of us in education and working with children, we know that we should always focus on what is best for the children. When the brain and the heart come and work together, then our decisions are usually the right ones. And research has shown, you know, every speaker says research, you know, because that kind of makes my words much stronger. But anyway, as research has shown that those that make a difference and give of themselves have increased happiness and well-being, filled their lives with richer meaning and purpose, have a sense of belonging, you actually live longer, that's a good thing, have enhanced self-esteem, have stronger community ties, have personal growth, have a sense of a renewal, helps them become a half-full person, and what they do is contagious with others and have a positive impact on society. And I think that the honorees tonight, I know, have been a part of all of those characteristics. Now, some of you, and I know everybody in the room in some way has done some of these things. You volunteered your time. You compliment and congratulate others. You may be a patient listener. You do random acts of kindness. You do community service. Let people know that they're appreciated. You've shown compassion, mentored others, offered a kind word, gave a pat on the back, and have given words of encouragement. You have truly made a difference. And you may never know when a moment and when a few words or a smile can have an impact on a life. I remember just a quick story of some years ago after I retired. I was sitting at my kitchen table drinking some coffee, and then the phone rang. And the guy at the other end says, "Hello, is this Mr. Mario Salati?" I said, "Yeah." "Well, guess what? I was one of your students back in 6th grade at Charles F. And I was just watching the Oprah Winfrey show," he said. "And they were thanking people that impacted their lives and said, if you have never thanked that person or that teacher, do it today." And he found my number, called me, and to tell me, "I have never forgotten you and what you did for me back in 6th grade. Thank you from the bottom of my heart." Of course, at the time I was teary-eyed, and I'm about ready to do that now again. You know, Italians were very emotional. But you know, you may get that call someday, or you may meet someone someplace sometimes comes up to you and says thank you. And maybe you'll never get a call or somebody coming up to tell you anything about that. However, just know you have made a difference. Well, it's time now to recognize and show our appreciation to the following people: Rebecca Barker, Angelique Durham, Jeanette Gabriel, Crystal Hurst, John Lanza, Micah Melander, Rita Roma, Lori Rustine, Nicholas Schult, Lori Schaefer, Lisa Spaccaforno, I love to say that name, Lisa Spaccaforno, Marty Wyckoff, and Brenda Mariano. We applaud you, congratulate you, and thank you from the bottom of our hearts and what you do. But I'd like to leave you with one just little comment. It's a South African saying. Anyone who thinks that they're too small to make a difference has never tried to sleep with a mosquito in the room. Think about that. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you for that. Some truly wise words. All right, just some housekeeping details so we can get down to business. We'll follow the agenda order that was printed on our program, and that way we can just kind of keep things moving. So we'll have the presenter and the honorees come up together and certainly do your introductions, tell us a little bit about why you nominated that person, and then of course the honoree will have some time to share some words of thanks as well. The staff has told me that the sound is best when you hold the microphone, so we'll just kind of pass the microphone as we move along. And I think that's it. We'll get started with Crystal and Carla from CFJ, and Micah and Nick. So if you guys want to come on up.
Hi everyone, so my name is Crystal Alba. I have 2 daughters that go to CFJ, and I'm on the PTA with Micah. So this evening we celebrate a collective of remarkable individuals whose contributions have made a lasting impact on our community. It is with my great honor and privilege to stand before you tonight to celebrate 2025 PTA Founders Day Award recipient Micah Melander. Micah's journey began in Endicott, New York, where he grew up and graduated from Union-Endicott High School. And if you haven't seen it already, his graduation picture is on his poster. His professional career as branding manager for Vision's Federal Credit Union is marked by creativity and excellence. However, it's his roles beyond the professional sphere that truly define him. As a devoted father to 3 sons, Micah's commitment to family is evident in every aspect of his life. He and his wife, Kelly, coach UE Youth Baseball, instilling values of teamwork and sportsmanship in young athletes. His passion for community is further reflected in his enthusiastic support of local events. When not on the sidelines or out in the community, he can be seen enjoying music, playing his guitar, cheering on his beloved Cleveland Browns, and sharing his love for his favorite band, Fish. It is his involvement with the CFJ PTA, however, that truly sets Micah apart. Since his youngest son started kindergarten, Micah has been an active member, serving as secretary for 1 year, and now in his second term as president. His leadership and vision have been instrumental in reinforcing the supportive and nurturing environment CFJ students and their families have come to know. Micah's contributions to both school and PTA-sponsored events are numerous. Whether as a collaborator, host, or participant, he's always at the forefront, often the man behind the camera, capturing moments of joy that he helped to create. His kindness as a neighbor and friend, along with his love for his feline and canine companions, further illustrates his compassionate nature. Micah's commitment is not limited to his own children's success, but extends to their peers as well. His dedication to the well-being and growth of all CFJ students is truly commendable. Congratulations, Micah, on being the 2025 PTA Founders Day Award recipient. Your hard work, dedication, and kindness are truly an inspiration and a testament to your unwavering dedication, tireless efforts, and profound impact on our community.
Thank you, Crystal, and to our PTA Selection Committee for this incredible honor. I'm very humbled to receive this award. When I first joined the PTA at CFJ, I was struck by the lack of parent involvement. I knew that I had the time and ability to make a difference, so I jumped in. Serving as secretary for 2 years was incredibly rewarding, but when it came time to elect president, I promised myself I wouldn't run. However, when no one else stepped up, and knowing the incredible group of officers that we had, I felt a responsibility to serve, and I haven't regretted that decision at all. CFJ faces many unique challenges, a rapidly growing student body with a diverse cultural and economic background. But despite these obstacles, the PTA strives to provide inclusive and enriching opportunities for all of our students and families, always keeping our events free and accessible. A huge thank you to our amazing principal, John Michael Shea, for his unwavering support, and to our incredible community coordinator, Cassie Comitis, for partnering with us this year, and for her tireless work in making our school more inclusive. I want to thank my wife and family for putting up with all the various PTA meetings and events, and express my sincere gratitude to my fellow PTA officers. This award is truly a reflection of our collective efforts, and I couldn't do it without them. I'm incredibly proud to be a part of the PTA, and especially proud to be part of the CFJ family. Thank you.
Good evening. Nick Schultz. Nick Schultz is an amazing educator who affords students with unwavering attention and care. He strives each day to be his best self and expects the same from his students. His classroom motto of 4-star work and growth mindset are his New York State essential standards that are upheld on a daily level, extend beyond and outside of the school day, and are evident on our littlest friends' smiling faces, especially during SkiFJ, his winter after-school enrichment program. Nick's commitment to these outstanding qualities is reflected in the value he places on his colleagues and is felt the moment you walk into his room. From standing outside the school each morning to talk with parents on his way to work, to finding time for questions from colleagues with the utmost of patience, Nick is a stellar educator who is truly a role model, who wholeheartedly embodies the spirit of UE Founders Day Award due to his exceptional commitment to the welfare of children, their education and families, as well as the entire CFJ community. In honor of Black History Month, I refer to Maya Angelou in summing up Nick Schultz as an educator. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Congratulations, Nick.
I'm an old school guy with pen and paper, but it might be a bad idea to give Nick Schultz the mic because a few words might turn into a half hour. But I just want to first of all thank all of you guys for being here, and then a huge congratulations to Carla, or not congratulations, but a thank you to Carla. Without your belief in me, Carla, and also our relationship co-teaching together, it wouldn't be possible. And she has set me up for success in so many ways. I wanted to just recognize her a little bit in the work she does, because it really is a blessing to work with Carla and also to have a great co-teaching relationship with our ENL students. So, she's just so immensely dedicated to the work that she does. I'm so blessed to work alongside her in the ENL co-taught room that I've done for several years. And I've been really fortunate to develop a strong, positive relationship with her. Her expertise and knowledge surrounding the ENL TESOL field has really enlightened and informed me, and just really instills a greater passion and love for working with those English language learners and to see the growth that they just develop over the year, or over the whole year. And I just want to really give a big shout out to Carla and the work that she does. I wouldn't be able to stand here today and accept this award if it were not for all those who have believed in me and made it possible for me to be the educator I am today. I'm very honored and privileged to stand up here, but it's not on my own doing. It's through so many people that are in my life that I'm so blessed with. And I wouldn't be able to say this if it were not for CFJ, because CFJ is described that way to a T. It's such a family, and the atmosphere that you work in, I always say, is really what defines your success. Can you go home every day and say, I can't wait to go back the next day, or can you go home and say, this stinks, right? Well, I'm just very fortunate and blessed to be able to work with so many great people that allow me to go home every day and just be thankful and to enjoy the time that I have at CFJ. It's a place that you want to go back to every single day, and I get to work with so many great people that I can say that about. It's just a place with great energy. It flourishes with fun and excitement. More specifically, there's many individuals that have created this reality that CFJ is for me, and I wanted to just shout out a couple of their names. Obviously, my principals, John Michael and Jess Phillips. They just make it just a great atmosphere for everybody and allow the success for us and our students. All those who I work with, Carla, obviously one of them, and also my teams from new and from past, Rebecca Tabiri, Amber Foley, Jessica Carl, Amanda Smith, Jackie Ruff, and Ashley Mills. And I have to say, you might wonder, that's a lot of names there. Why are there so many names that you've gone through? Well, you might say I scared them all away. But I did earn a little award for that, Scared of Schultz award. But more so, they've gone on to amazing new paths, and we're very lucky still to work with whoever they are, Rebecca and Amber, with reading. And I want to thank all of them, because if it weren't for that team, I wouldn't be the educator that I am, and it's really because of them. I also am just so blessed because of them to be a great part of the stepping stones that allowed me to be here and also to be the educator that I am. So thank you, John, Jess, Rebecca, the whole team. I really appreciate it. I want to think, if I think back to my first days at CFJ, immediately after meeting my team, I knew I was about to step into the best school ever. I just got that feeling, and you could tell right from how everyone was accepting and saying hello to you and just welcoming you, and they were excited to have me there, and I knew it was the best school I could ask for. Every day we say to our students our what we call our Tiger Pride pledge, and that is every day at CFJ we are safe, cared for, loved, and we are brave leaders. And I think that's also so true for us as staff because of the atmosphere that we have at that school. It's such a heart of the tiger, as we call it, and we can feel safe, cared for, loved, and empowered to be brave leaders. And I'm very fortunate to be able to say that. I also have to take a moment to immensely thank those who have always been there for me my entire life, who have been my rock, my encouragement, my role models, and that's my family. With me today is my dad, Ralph, my mom, Diana, and my grandma, Billy. And Grandma herself was involved in PTA very, very long ago. I believe a president yourself, Grandma. And without them, I wouldn't be able to be here today and be the person that I am, and to have the values and just the love for teaching that I have. I'm the oldest of 6 boys, and I believe that being the oldest really helped develop a lot of skills and attributes that teachers have, such as patience, perseverance, compassion, and hard work. And I really thank that situation that I have of being the oldest of 6 to be able to have those attributes. And from helping my brothers with homework when they were younger to just being there in times of encouragement, my experience as a child certainly helped me become the teacher that I am today. So thank you, Mom, thank you, Dad, and thank you, Grandma. Love you guys so much. And I want to thank all of you for just being here, and again, thank you, Carla. And just a huge congratulations to all of our nominees here today. You've earned this moment, and I'm just excited to continue my time at UE and more specifically at CFJ. So thank you, everybody.
Well, I can say for sure it's really hard to follow Nick. And I feel a lot less qualified to be up here introducing the next person, and that's because as Mario was giving his wise words, I realized I've been wearing my shirt backwards since 6:30 this morning. And now it's on camera because I forgot that was over. If you had a chance to take a look at Rebecca Barker's board tonight, you would see some commonalities in the way she's described. She's kind, helpful, dedicated, organized, freakishly organized, compassionate. Rebecca was nominated by 2 people separately, which speaks volumes about her, given that there are so many others also worthy of this award. And not 1, but 2 thought of her in a sea of all of those choices. If you're lucky enough to come across Rebecca at GFJ, or PTA events, or Church of the Holy Family, or a basketball game, you are blessed. We are so proud to know her and learn from her, have friendships with her, and be a part of her team. So congratulations, Becca.
Good evening. I would just like to take a moment to thank Jessica Wheeler, who is unable to be here today, for nominating me for Founders Day Award. I have enjoyed having 2 of her girls in my class, Emmy and Ella, and I'm looking forward to possibly having her baby, Everett, one day. I'd like to thank Kristen as well. She's one of my work besties. She's a constant source of encouragement, someone to vent to, cry, laugh with, my go-to. Having colleagues like Kristen truly make teaching more manageable and enjoyable. I really do feel lucky to be teaching here at UE for the past 22 years. I've been teaching at George F. Johnson in the same classroom, room 225, so that's really cool, I think. It's definitely home away from home. I enjoy having student teachers, mentoring new teachers, doing enrichment classes, serving on the PTA, and I'm looking forward to continuing doing what I love to do. So, thank you.
Hello, I'm Christine Iacoboni, and Kayla Wetzel, actually our community school coordinator, nominated Lori Rustine, this lovely lady to my right, and unfortunately could not make it this evening, so asked if I would speak on her behalf and not want to do this. I said, as long as I could bring my team, I'm good. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a team presentation, but I am first going to read what Kayla wrote to nominate Lori. Lori is a compassionate, kind, and patient member of the GFJ family. She works with the youngest students in our building who often need some extra time, patience, and grace. She has the valuable ability to remain calm, that's for sure, during times when others might be overwhelmed, and allows students to work through hard times while supporting them until they are ready to move on. She loves students with her whole heart, and I will tell you, she shows that every day with her big smile. You mentioned a smile could make such a difference, and your smile says it all. She is loved by all and greets students with a huge smile and often hugs. We wish every building could have a Mrs. R because our Tigers are so lucky. And of course, I've known Lori for quite a number of years, and I've had the privilege of working with her. So I would just like to share a few words about her and how blessed I have been to work with Lori for many years at GFJ. Lori is one of the sweetest and kindest people I know. She adores children, and children absolutely adore her too. She has so many endearing qualities, but what really makes Lori special is the level of patience, love, and kindness she shows to all students. She has the unbelievable ability to start fresh in all circumstances, and I witnessed that many times this year. No matter what may have happened, all children, including those who have challenges, will always be met with a loving smile and encouragement from Mrs. R. She's absolutely amazing.
I am part of the team. I have known Lori for many years, and I feel very blessed to have worked with her. Lori is not only a co-worker, she's also a close friend. Lori is very generous, loving, and a caring lady. She is always willing to step in and lend a hand no matter what's the situation. We are very fortunate to have her on our team and in our lives. And I'm going to quote something from the Golden Girls. That's Lori's favorite show. Dorothy said, and I quote, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Thank you, Lori, for always making us feel so loved as adults and students.
Lori and I have been friends for many years, and now we're part of an incredible kindergarten team. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you. You're one of the kindest, most caring people I know. You always put others first, make sure that everyone else is taken care of. You're always there with a hug, a shoulder, the eyes, because we all know them, or a laugh whenever we need it. You were the first mom to give me a gift because I costumed your daughter. Musical. You're one in a million, and we're so fortunate to call you our dear friend.
Hi, everybody. Okay. I am so humbled and honored to be accepting this award. I started at George F. Johnson in the year 2000, and I can still remember all the jingles that helped build the pride in our new school. Each and every day when I walk through those doors at George F. Johnson, I know that I am there to help each and every student be the best that they can be. Along the way, I have met so many wonderful staff members, students, and their families that I will treasure for always. I would like to thank my family for all their support and for listening to me all the time through the years. I will always wear my orange and black proudly. Thank you again.
Good evening, everyone. I have the absolute privilege about talking about someone who makes our school, classroom, and honestly my life so much better. My amazing friend, Lori. Lori is an aide in my special ed classroom, but to say she's just an aide doesn't even begin to do her justice. She's an incredible advocate for our students and truly transforms their lives. She has this special connection with some of our students with the most needs, and she sees potential in them that can often be missed by others. And honestly, I think she likes the challenge. If there's a tough situation, Lori is there with a smile and a plan. She's one of the most dedicated people I know, and the effort that she puts in every day is incredible. What really makes Lori stand out, though, is her attitude. Lori comes to work every day, and you can usually hear her laughing down the hallways. But she comes with a can-do spirit and a sense of humor that keeps the whole team going. She helps us laugh when we feel like crying, and when we cry, we all cry together, sometimes a lot. She's a friend that understands the tough moments, but makes sure that we're all still smiling at the end of the day. We've built a friendship that means the world to me, and I know that if I ever need support, Lori is there for me. Together, we've been so lucky to witness some truly miraculous transformations in our students, and Lori has been at the heart of many of those transformations. She gives love, support, and diligence to each student, and it shows. There might not be a challenge that Lori would turn down, unless, of course, there's lots of boogers. She'll have to sit that one out. Lori, we love you, and I can't thank you enough for all you do for our school, our district, and I am beyond blessed to have you in my life and in our lives. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being you.
Hello. I would like to thank Mary Kate for her kind words and for the nomination for this award. I've always enjoyed working with children, and when I first started to work for UE 7 years ago, I was a sub. After subbing for a year, I applied to work full-time as an aide, and I accepted a position at TJ. During this time, I've worked with a variety of teachers, therapists, and other support staff at UE that have helped me along the way. I learned a lot from all the people that I've worked with, and although I've created great relationships with my colleagues, the most fulfilling part of my job is working with children, whom I also learn a lot from as well. I look forward to growing as a person and an educator at UE for a while, I guess. And thank you very much, MK, for your kind words and for the recognition. Thank you.
I am Jessie, and I am absolutely overjoyed to be able to stand in front of you all and introduce Jeanette as one of our Founders Day representatives, or recipients. Sorry. Some people might think that Bob runs our school, but I want to be very clear, Jeanette runs our school. She's what keeps it going. She keeps all the wheels rolling and is the backbone of TJW. I've had the pleasure of knowing her personally for the past 2 years. Last year solely as a disheveled representative of PTA who had no clue what I was getting into when I became president. I would drop off papers last minute, she'd badge me in with her wonderful smile, and no matter what crazy request I have, whether it be, I need these out to all students today, as I arrived at 2:30 in the afternoon, asking where things were, where I needed to be, or quite frankly, what I was even doing, she always assisted me with a smile. Seriously, I'm actually pretty sure this woman can time travel. There's been times I told her, I need these out yesterday, and somehow they were already in my kids' backpacks. I don't ask questions how she does it, I just love her because of it. And hopefully she got a good chuckle in between my spurts of gas. This year, however, I've gotten to work with her as I am now in TJ Watson. And I can truly, truly appreciate her wonderful nature. I always thought she was incredible, but being able to see that firsthand just emphasized that initial impression of her. She's always asking everybody about their families. She knows every child in the school. And she not only assists the PTA readily, but she also assists the entire staff and school. If you need a smile, you know where to go. The past 2 weeks alone, between fundraising and events, I've been in the office every day with requests. Did she show any frustration? Nope. Just helped me out. For her board, the poster boards that we had back, I wanted to show her how much the staff and everybody at TJ Washington appreciate her. The staff, which, can be a challenge to pull through for extra stuff when they're tired after the end of the day, they all banded together and sent me things that they love about her and wrote many thank you notes. I actually had to turn away notes because I got so many people showing appreciation for you, Jeanette. But as I was sitting on my couch reading them and typing them out, there were a few things that struck out to me. Almost all the notes were insanely similar in nature. Everyone noted her warm smile, her readiness to help, and the fact that she is, as multiple people called, the face of TJW. You are the first thing people see when they come into the school, and I know for a fact I had one parent who told me they were nervous about sending their child to kindergarten. They came in and they talked to Jeanette, I don't know what it was about, and they said they instantly felt confident in our school after talking to Jeanette. So I do apologize if this is repetitive from what you've read back over there, because we all have the same wonderful things to say about Jeanette. We couldn't have a better person running our show. So on behalf of all the teachers, students, parents, PTA members, and everyone in between, congratulations, Jeanette. You deserve this award, and we look forward to many more years with you. And if any of the other schools listening to this think they can poach, it's not happening. She's ours. So congratulations to the face of TJW.
Thank you so much. This is a lot scarier than making an announcement in the main office. So I'm going to need everybody to turn around so I can do it. First, I want to just say that I'm very grateful for even being considered for this award. So I'm very touched that I actually got it. It means a lot to me to receive this, and I can honestly say that if I'm doing a good job, and I like to think that I am, it's because of my coworkers, and you guys all make it easy, and you make me want to do my best every day. I'm very grateful for the people that I'm surrounded by every day, and I really do hope that I can continue being a part of this amazing team for many years to come. Thank you again so much.
Hi everyone, I'm Jenny and I'm here to introduce Crystal Hurst as the WCC PTA Founders Award recipient. So congratulations, Crystal. Crystal is a driving force for the WCC PTA. She served in roles from president to secretary, fundraising chairwoman, scholastic rep, and yearbook creator. Beyond those titles, she's dedicated countless volunteers hours to the WCC PTA and the students of AGM. Some of Crystal's achievements for our PTA are listed on her poster board, but what is harder to show on paper is that Crystal has fostered a PTA at AGM that is effective, organized, cooperative, inclusive, and accessible to our community members. I think we can all agree that a well-run PTA is a thing of beauty. And as a busy parent, seeing Crystal's leadership and organization really made it an easy decision to join the PTA at AGM. So thank you, Crystal, for making that easy. Crystal has done everything from organizing events to leading meetings, and she was instrumental in getting AGM awarded as a National PTA School of Excellence this year and last year. That enabled us to receive a Healthy Minds SEL grant for use this year of $1,300. So that was pretty incredible for our community. On behalf of the whole AGM community, thank you, Crystal, for all your hard work and all the time spent making AGM a wonderful place.
Okay, so I don't like talking in front of people. I am so grateful and honored to be recognized. In my 10 years in educational initiatives, it has shown me that success comes from teamwork. And I strive to provide an enriching experiences for all of our children. Receiving this award highlights our collective ability to foster positive change in our community. I am grateful for the AGM community's incredible effort, especially my dedicated team, whose creativity and collaboration turn challenges into growth opportunities. WCC PTA is excited to announce our selection as one of 30 schools nationally to receive the Healthy Minds Grant, allowing PTA to enrich our Unity Day with local songwriter Jared Campbell, whose messages will overcome bullying, respect, and help the students on their mental well-being. Our PTA is thriving with new volunteers, and our online store has made event participation even easier. A recent survey that we deployed showed a 74% increase in family engagement, thanks to improved communication strategies and digital tools that have enhanced not only AGM, but our community connection. The efforts by WCC has earned us national recognition. We have been designated as a School of Excellence, a title held only by 324 PTAs nationwide. Looking ahead, I am enthusiastic about our limitless opportunities. With continued collaboration and a shared vision, we will further strengthen our community through enhancing family engagement and transparent communication.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here tonight to present the Founders Day Award to Rita Roma. Rita and I have worked together in the same schools throughout her UE teaching career. Rita started as a pre-K teacher at St. Anthony's School. She came to LW West in 2000 and taught first grade for 7 years and then moved to second grade until present. She also did a lot of home teaching and after-school academies. She did youth programs at St. Anthony's and managed the dessert cafe at the St. Anthony's Bazaar. Her school activities at AGM, along with her second grade team, consisted of STEM night, trunk or treat, library night out, ice cream social, bingo, and other activities. Her years at LWW also had her involved in many activities with her first grade team, such as Flag Day Parade, Peter Rabbit Tea, and the Thanksgiving Feast. Rita's family consists of her husband Joe, her son Anthony, and her daughter Laura, and 5 grandchildren. They are all involved in education. Rita was born in Italy and came to America with her parents when she was 3. Her parents eventually returned to Italy to live. I'm sad to say that her mother and father have both passed away in the last 4 weeks in Italy. Rita will be retiring at the end of this school year. She plans to do some subbing and babysitting her grandchildren. She has moved from Endicott to Windsor to be closer to family. She also is now raising chickens as a new hobby. I will miss Rita since we both grew up in Endicott and share many memories of growing up.
Thanks, Jean. Jean is wonderful. I could not get through the day without her. Wonderful. And also thank you to those that came to support me tonight, especially my second grade team, Lori and Jen, and my first grade friends, Deb and Allison, and of course Elaine. Thank you. So I don't have a big speech or anything. I just wanted to speak from my heart and say that though we work really hard at what we do, it does not feel like work. It feels like joy, laughter, smiles, excitement, sometimes tears, lots of hugs, and just love. There's so much love in our school. And I love to come to work every day. I'm so blessed to have a job where I love to come to work after 25 years. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Deborah Mansky. To my principal, Mrs. Morley, and Mrs. Beerworth back there. Mrs. Morley, I have the mic. I gotta do a speech. Are you scared? Yeah.
You have work tomorrow, guys.
I know, I was gonna say, you'll be retiring and I'll still be chatting. You'll be shocked. I'm Deborah Mansky with Ally Saratani. Can you guys hear me okay? We're very pleased to introduce Lisa Spaccaforno. For those of you who don't know Lisa, please allow me to share. She is the sum of grade 7 through 12 classroom teacher, home teacher, co-teacher, co-planner, Career Academy, ENL, RTI, SCI, ETA, pretend I'm singing this by the way, PTA, E-Doctrina, OVS, Get to Great, Safety Team, Teacher, Leader, Mentor, Lunch Enrichment, Chess Club, Media Club, DC and Dance Chaperoner. She shines and sparkles with a talent show, house events, carnival, writing contests, timekeeper, just don't face her, timekeeper, problem solver, organizer, mediator, counselor, confidant, therapist, teacher love, make good choices. What makes this tall list even more impressive is that she's handily juggling this work while tending to ailing dogs, Tyson, crazy cats, flocks of chickens, big kids, little kids, a lovely husband. I didn't just add that. The military, a garden, and a house reno. We have a sisterhood that has seen us through births and funerals, courtships and breakups, deployments and homecomings, birthdays and weddings, and all of life's day-to-day ups and downs.
Lisa's kind heart and witty personality makes her a person that many people feel comfortable to confide in. Old friends in the district, new teachers seek her out for their personal and professional help on a regular basis, and she always makes time for them to feel like they're important and time to listen. Her advice is always open-minded and well thought out. She is someone who has mastered the organization and firmness in the classroom, yet is able to lighten up each day for her students with her humor. I look forward to seeing Lisa every day to teach with her in the classroom for the last 7 years. Our co-taught classroom has been a successful environment for academics, as well as fostering relationships with our students. learning new things from one another and from our students each year. Her flexibility with our E&L students and the respect she has for these students is admirable. With her high expectations of all students, she has truly embraced having our L's in the classroom and has opened up to the students for sharing their cultural backgrounds and experiences. It's our pleasure to acknowledge our dear friend, Lisa Spagaforno, for all she does to help and inspire our school community. We thank and congratulate her on her very well-deserved Founders Day Award.
Never had to follow something like that. So for starters, I'm going to try not to cry. We're trying. Good evening, families, friends, and colleagues of our Union-Endicott community. I figured the best way to start was by offering all of you some fun facts about me, and I promise you I had no idea that Mario Salati was speaking this evening. I really didn't. So for those of you who do not know me, I'm an English teacher, and I've been with the Union-Endicott district for quite a few years. I first started teaching at the high school many years ago. In fact, Mario Salati was my first principal. I'll never forget the first things he commented to me about was my Italian heritage, and he asked me if I was aware of its long-standing history in the community. While there, one of the electives I taught was public speaking, and despite all of the encouragement to my students about being confident and expressive while publicly speaking, I stand before you right now struggling to take any of my own advice. So I very desperately want to hide under this podium. In fact, I'm planning my exit from this quicker than free treats disappearing from the break room on any given night. For those of you that have come to know me these present days, the answer is no. I haven't been sporting these vests my entire career, just the second half. And from the moment I found out about this incredible honor, I have been trying to understand how it really could be possible. I don't feel as though anything I do more than anybody else. In fact, if it weren't for Deb and Allie, and along with my many other amazing colleagues, many in this room right now at Jenny F. Snap Middle School, I couldn't do half of what I do on a daily basis. The support of each other and the collaboration is what makes this all work, and we all do so many wonderful and amazing things at Jenny F. Snap for our students. Please ask any of us, and we will tell you about all of the positive things that we are doing and trying, in addition to our daily academics, to support our students and their families. From our food staff making dinners for our house events, for our guidance staff for helping during the holidays and beyond, and to the custodial staff for always being there to lend an extra hand. We truly are an amazing bunch, and that's what I want you to know about tonight. And while I know a good public speaker should try to avoid cliches at all costs, I can't avoid this one. It really does take a village. Our craft has no manual, no guide, no magic formula, but it does take a lot of grit, love, passion, and genuine concern, not just for our students, but our students' families and our surrounding community. So while I will forever treasure this honor, and I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart, I will also say thank you on behalf of my Jenny F. Snap Middle School family, because this honor truly belongs to them. They are the ones who dedicate their days to working our community's children, and I could not do any of this without them. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I know the program says that Janice Strauss was going to present, but the younger version is going to present tonight. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Alicia Wyckoff, Marty's wife. 7 years ago, 7 years ago, I was presented with this award by Marty, and at least this time he was lucky. I was very emotional when he presented it to me because I was 9 months pregnant when I was up here. So to get things started, good evening and thank you for coming. I'm going to start off with a few questions to see who knows Marty a little bit.
Does anyone know when Marty started working at UE? 1999. 4 years after I graduated from UE. Does anyone know what 2 sports Marty has coached entirely on a volunteer basis? Wrestling, everybody knows you're for wrestling, and unified basketball. How long has it been since Marty has had real hair?
46 years.
12 years. And since everyone in the guidance office loves to switch spaces, how many different offices has Marty had during his stay here at UE?
One.
I think he's the only one who has not switched offices. So I had started off with something a little different because I thought we were going to be at tables. My mom is out passing around stuffed toys. Marty is known to have toys and candy in his office at all times. He even has a treasure chest behind his desk of Beanie Babies for the littles that come in, if they come in with their mom and dad for a CSE meeting or just a meeting with a counselor. It is always stacked, overflowing. There are also toys on his desk for the kids to play with. Helps them relax, helps them talk more, and, well, every time I've walked into Marty's office, he's playing with them too. So please accept these as, on Marty's behalf, a toy that you can bring home. Also, someone else was going to come in and speak on Marty's behalf, and this person couldn't make it, so he sent me something that he would like me to read to Marty. I think I first met Mr. Wyckoff in the school gym during middle school summer workouts for football. Although my biceps were noticeably larger, he still took me under his wing. From then on, especially once I was in the high school, I had a mentor and a friend in the school that was always there for support. Later in high school, I was approached by Mr. Wyckoff to help start the Unified Basketball program. Little did I know that it would be one of the most rewarding things I have ever done. I would not have been a part of something so magical if it were not for Mr. Wyckoff's caring demeanor and passion to help others find joy. Throughout high school, I found myself viewing Mr. Wyckoff as a role model. And although it was certainly not my aspiration to follow his hairdo choices, his never-ending drive to help others and make the community a better place has always stuck with me. Equally, his work ethic and humble approach to dealing with people was always a lesson to me. Sometimes it is best to listen rather than talk, and by doing so, you give others a voice in that room. I learned that from observing Mr. Wyckoff. Overall, I gained a friend by working closely with Marty over the years, and I am confident that there is no better recipient for this award than him. Through all the ups and downs that life can throw in someone's path, Marty has never wavered in his commitment to helping making the community a better place for his little girls and all the other lives that he has touched along the way. Congratulations, Mr. Wyckoff. Signed, former student and current friend, Nicholas Eastman. And now I have a few words from, I didn't really have to write much of a speech because things were pouring in about Marty that people wanted me to say. Here's the next one. While it is a guidance counselor's job to help guide students in their educational decisions, Marty Wyckoff always goes above and beyond that. He is seen in the halls more often than most because he likes to walk with his students to and from their classes, giving them more time to talk and frequently visits them in their classrooms. He routinely goes to check on his students if he hears they are having a bad day. Having been a wrestler himself, Marty has a soft spot in his heart for UE's current wrestlers. He has been donating equipment to the weight room at the high school for everyone to use for the past 25 years. When he is in the weight room, working out on his own, he often stops to help other students there. Also during these 25 years, he has volunteered both his time and money to the UE wrestling program. When a former wrestler passed away, he asked the family if it would be all right to honor the deceased student with a scholarship to be given to someone who emulated that former student. But Marty's largesse doesn't stop with the wrestlers. He was a founding member and coach of the Unified Basketball team. Unified Basketball was an organization specifically to give students with special needs an opportunity to play. During his time helping to start up the team, he used his own funds to buy shirts for the team. If you guys saw them, they were by his board. Not only did he buy them for the team, but he bought them for people who helped out and even the spectators. He had a special night event that the first 150 people who showed up got a t-shirt. He was also thoughtful in that he invited other sports teams to attend the Unified Games, thus guaranteeing an audience for the new team. And for the past 6 years, Marty has used his own money to give scholarships to the seniors on that Unified Basketball team. He has a special connection with special education students. He has been known to be the only one who can help calm down students during a meltdown. Perhaps being the dad of 2 little girls on the autism spectrum gives him special empathy. And so he uses it well. It seems that whenever there is someone in need in our community, Marty offers help without hesitation. That includes everything from digging through a foam pit at the trampoline park to help a mother find her cell phone, to shoveling the neighbor's driveway. Marty certainly exemplifies PTA's goals of enriching the lives of students, contributing to their welfare, and supporting children in numerous endeavors. I know this has been going on for a while, and I have a couple more things, but I think we all get the point here. But now that I've said everyone else's words, I wanted to pick a quick story about Marty and my time with him at UE. We met at UE, fell in love, got married, had 2 more kids, and I could not pick a better dad for our 2 girls. He connects so well with them, both of them being nonverbal autistic, and currently our oldest one has been suffering from seizures, and we do not know why. We will be going to upstate Syracuse next week to try and figure this out. But to show what a jokester Marty is, there was one day, opening day, that, when we all go to the auditorium, and an assistant, he announced the new people, the new employees, and an assistant principal announces a new guidance counselor. And of course, our principal, Mr. Steve DeStefano, had a very weird look on his face because he knew nothing about a new counselor starting at UE High School. And she points back in the back of the auditorium to Chaz Smith. And there's Marty sitting there with a wig on, not looking like himself. He looks like his mother when he wears that wig. And he was just sitting in the back, just quietly, not letting anybody know who he was or where he was. So then later on, Mr. DeStefano comes in the guidance office to see who this new counselor is, walks into Chaz's office, and welcomes him to the UE High School. So those are just little things that Marty does just to kind of keep everybody on their toes at the high school. And there's only one thing that I'm going to miss. I left UE after 17 years in the guidance office. I think I stayed as long as I did because of this man. And I miss him every day. I loved working with him. And it will be a sad day in the district when Marty eventually retires. They will be losing a great man. Congratulations, honey.
I'm going to interrupt my son-in-law to tell you that he also has lots and lots of candy for the kids, and so anybody who didn't get a little toy, I'm going to leave this in the back, and you can help yourself to some candy on the way out. Okay.
I am at a loss for words after that. Obviously, I want to thank everybody for this wonderful honor. And as many people have gone before me tonight have also said, this isn't an honor for me. There are so many people behind the scenes that make this honor for me. It's a team effort. I work with an amazing staff at UE High School. The teachers we have there are absolutely incredible. And if it's not for them, I don't look good. It's them that makes me look good. So I appreciate working with everybody at the UE High School. We have a group of teachers who, on a daily basis, go above and beyond the call of duty to help kids be successful in their futures. I think back to when I was a high school wrestler. I had a coach, Jack Stambro and John Sorchinski at JC, who once said to me, you surround yourself with good people, you're going to be successful. And that is so true. I think in high school I didn't really understand what they were saying, but as I became an educator, it is amazing that if you put yourself in a position to work with good people, good things are going to happen for you. And I am so blessed to have had that opportunity to work with so many good people. I've been at UE 26 years, so there are a lot of people that have left a lasting impression on me. I'll try to highlight some of the top ones. I don't mean to disregard anybody, but there have been many, many, many people that helped me along the way. First, I want to say I was in my second year as a guidance counselor. Have always loved wrestling. JJ Stambro, Coach I, said, why don't you come down to the wrestling room and help out? Why don't you come down to the wrestling room and help out? I said, okay. I love wrestling. I'd love to be able to help out. Little did I know I was actually going to be a workout partner for Arthur and John Jones and go home every night and be soaking in the hot tub and putting ice on my bones and shoulders. But during that time, I got to know Coach I. The man is a saint. I thought I was doing to help out the wrestlers, and I remember him asking me, will you come to the JV tournament with me? I'm thinking I'm 20-something and getting up at 5:30 in the morning and going to a gym for 8 hours with a bunch of sweaty, smelly wrestlers wasn't my idea of a good time. But I said, yes, I'll go. And after that first tournament, I was like, it is him that's doing me the favor, that I get to witness him and mentor and emulate some of the incredible skills that he had, not just as a coach, but just connecting with the kids and wanting something better for them. So to him, I am forever grateful for all that he did, and obviously twisting my arm a bit to get me to be involved in that. And again, in my 26 years, there have been many people. Mario Salati, did we agree on everything? No. But man, the heritage that he has with the UE, there's nobody who probably bleeds orange and black more than him. And I learned a couple of years ago that everybody has value. And do we have to agree on everything? No. But I respect that man for so many of the things that he does offer us, and appreciating everybody and seeing everybody for the value they have. I want to thank Pam Saletto, one of the first principals I worked with, Barb Brown, Kristen Coveney. I have been blessed with working with Tom Beerworth as an associate assistant principal. He's been with me for 23 years. So that connection that we have, that consistency that we have when we're working with kids and family has been amazing. I can count on him, he can count on me, we rely on each other, we help each other. Without Mr. Beerworth, I definitely would not be where I am now. Steve DiStefano, last 13 years as principal at UB High School. I definitely can be a pain in the ass. But he has been there to support me through thick and thin, my ups and downs. I can always count on him to be there for me, and I greatly appreciate that. My secretarial staff, my wonderful wife for many years in guidance. I had Kathy O'Rourke, I had Luann Antelek, who's still there. Again, I'm only as good as the people I surround myself with. Some of it has been dumb luck. I was lucky enough to have Angela Cimatelli as a mentor when I first started. I was actually dumb luck that Cindy Morford was my neighbor in the guidance office, and what an incredible woman she was, and just the care and support that she gave me day in and day out. We joked around, they called her my work wife. She just had that much of an impact on me. Last but not least, obviously, thank not just my secretary, but my wife too, for all the support that she has given me. Both her parents, Jeff and Jan Strauss, always there to support me. Their knowledge and wisdom of their 30 years plus education, involvement, teaching, each of them, so it's about 60 years combined. Just them sharing their wisdom with me has definitely helped me to where I am today. So thank you again. I'm very honored. I want to congratulate other honorees here tonight. It's amazing some of the stories that we hear tonight, so congratulations to all. Thank you.
There was a mix-up in the program tonight, so me and Ian came next. First, I want to say to Mr. Wyckoff, thank you for being a great human, and God bless your babies. And I want that baby name so we can add to the prayer line. So, he'll move mountains, just know. I am Fatima Dykes, and I'm here to honor Angelique Durham tonight for the Founders Day Award. There are special characteristics one must have to handle children on a day-to-day basis when they're not your own children. Lord knows I know I have my own too. And some of you in here know Jewel and Jayla. They're night and day. So I can tell you, Jewel is not Jayla when she gets to the high school and the junior high school, so good luck. But patience, empathy, a positive attitude, and most of all, listening and not judging. Angelique embodies all of these characteristics and more. She's dedicated to the children and understands them on another level. The children are very comfortable around her and speak to her in confidence, knowing she's going to do the best of her abilities to help them. She's compassionate and stern at the same time, an all-around gem of a person. I have the pleasure to not only know her as a person, but as a friend. Please help me congratulate Angelique Durham tonight. I love you, Angie.
Well, good evening. I was not expecting this. Brenda, thank you so much for your patience, because you was blowing me and Fatima. I was like, come on, girls, what's going on? Answer your email. So I really appreciate it. I originally didn't have anything to say, but just listening to everyone here, I had to get something out. So first I would like to thank my Father in Heaven for opening so many doors for me. Although recognition is rewarding, my love for community is the greatest reward. I want to thank my husband for continuously encouraging me, because sometimes it does not just stay at school, it does go home. So you need that encouragement, so thank you, babe. I want to thank you, Fatima, for nominating me. And I'm a little nervous, so that's fine. But thank you, Fatima, for nominating me. As you know, and share same mutual beliefs when it comes down to children, every child, even the ones that's not ours. Thank you to the UE staff and family for welcoming me, from those from Jenny S. Snap, Miss Morley, Miss Bearwith, Mike Moran, who's no longer here with us, but thank you for the Union-Endicott High School, and to my biggest mentor, Miss Dolly Honick. She have trained me and mentored me, and wouldn't be this best without her. Every student I encounter with draws out a different side of me, which is a good thing, for we too learn from our youth. Every child is different and needs to be handled in certain ways. So the one thing I try my best to do every day is to be positive and to keep a smile on my face, because I am in control of my atmosphere. You'll be surprised who you can touch by just being kind and compassionate. My care for these children doesn't just stop at 3:10 when the bell rings, but it does overflow into the streets of the community. I am greatly humbled, and I can't wait to continue growing in Tiger Pride. Thank you.
Thank you all for staying connected. We're winding down. I have the privilege of introducing and recognizing John Lanza as one of this year's UE Council Honorary Lifetime PTA members and Founders Day Award recipient. If you know John, and many of you here tonight do, you know he gives from the heart. In every interaction you have with him, you know you're getting his very best. John gives selflessly and expects, and probably prefers, no recognition. Countless school groups, booster clubs, and more have benefited from his generosity over the years. And to be clear, recognition for Founders Day is not about being philanthropic, though alone that speaks volumes to his character. This recognition is about the countless opportunities and support his generosity has afforded the students and families in this community. I personally have been able to rely on John to support our school and athletic booster groups, as well as our homeowners association. In fact, I'll tell a super quick story. I was in a bind. I needed a Santa for Christmas this year, and I called on John. He's like, all right, I'll do it. Gianna came with us on the fire truck, and she said, I have no idea why you asked my dad to do this. He's miserable. The door opens. John jumps out, ho, 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 and it was a different side of John Lanza that neither John and Gianna or I had ever seen before, and it was incredible. There are pictures on the board. But I think my favorite memory is one shared by Tom Ferraro about his kindergarten class. In my classroom, every February, I taught a week-long unit on the 5 senses. Students had to think of a different sense that they would use if they worked or went to a pizza parlor. The final task for this unit was students to make their own pizza, stretching the dough, saucing and cheesing it before cooking it in the cafeteria ovens. Students loved this activity, and it is well remembered by many of my students. John was huge in preparing and donating the pizza kits. John, you were a huge part of this special day for my students. The pizza making kits, as well as the hats, aprons, rolling pins, made them ready to work for you at Rossi's. Thank you so much for your generosity. These teachable moments are just a small way that you've contributed to the growth and development of our kiddos through your support. Thank you, John, for demonstrating local, supporting local for all these years, and we look forward to your continued collaboration in the years ahead.
Thank you, Michelle, for nominating me for this award. And it's been a tough year for my family. We lost my wife last year and my dog, so it's been tough. But I want to say thank you to all of the educators out there and all the administrators and everybody that is out there supporting our children. You truly make a difference in their lives. And I just want to say thank you for this award. And at Rossi's Pizza, We try to do whatever we can in the community. We don't advertise. We like to spend our money donating to the school groups, the church groups, the little leagues. And that's how we want to spend our money in the community. I want to say thank you to my daughter, Gianna, for giving me the strength to get up every morning.
I love you. I'm sorry to give you a hug.
To keep pushing me forward, to do the best that I can to raise her. This morning, I was trying to figure out what I was going to talk about, and I wanted to do something, since you guys were honoring me, I wanted to do something to honor my wife, Barbara. She was very special, and we miss her so much. And I have decided in her name to do a scholarship. I'm going to commit to a minimum of 10 years. I'm going to donate $5,000 a year to the music department. I'm going to do 5 $1,000 scholarships, and I'll work with Joe Brainerd and the other music directors to come up with the criteria to figure out who we're going to give the money to the special kids for college. Thank you so much.
Okay, I would just like to mention that my father is the strongest person that I know, and I don't know how he does it every day, because first off, he owns a business, which is everything that you would imagine. It is stressful, it is hard, and it seems unbearable, because you have to look after, like, how many employees pay them, too, for doing almost nothing sometimes. I hear it in my own time. He also has to put up with me, a 15-year-old high school girl. I can be a handful, you know, but I love you, so it's okay. But he always manages to put, like, his heart first instead of his head. Like, whenever I'm having a problem, he motivates me to do things that I wouldn't really have thought to do in the first place. Like, this year, he motivated me to start tennis, which is something I would have never even thought about doing before because I was so anti-sport. I was always very heavy in musical theater, and while pushing me into sports, he continues to keep me up with my love for theater and music and keeping me involved with my friends. And if I need to get picked up from a sleepover at 3 a.m., he's speed dial. Literally the best father I could have ever asked for, and he has been through far too much for, like, literally anything. He's fought and beat cancer. With so much love and loss. And just for that, I would love to can we just appreciate this man? I love him so much.
Thank you both. All right. So our last honoree is Brenda Mariano. So if you were ever a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout when you were growing up, you're probably familiar with the concept of leaving any place you visited, especially a campsite, better than you found it. It meant not only cleaning up after yourself, but your fellow scouts, but also cleaning up any debris or fixing any damage that may have been done by others. The concept of leaving the world a better place can be traced back to a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson: to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know that even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, that is to have succeeded. Looking at the legacy of volunteerism for Brenda Mariano, she completely embodies this concept. Time and again, Brenda has served with the spirit of leaving it better than she found it. Allow me to share just a few examples of Brenda's more recent impact on the children and youth in our community. Tonight's event is a shining example of Brenda's influence. Founders Day has morphed, the celebration has morphed over the years, and the idea of bringing the celebration boards and providing this timeline to chat and be together was really an inspiration and a creativity mindset from Brenda. In the spring of 2020, in the height of the chaos of the pandemic, it became abundantly clear that Jenny F. Snap PTSA was on the brink of folding due to lack of willing folks to take leadership positions. Knowing it would be a particularly delicate time for students ahead, Brenda advocated and canvassed to fill those roles, and ultimately supported an innovative and albeit unconventional programming for students, supporting social and emotional wellness during a very uncertain and delicate time in our school history. Her creativity to lead virtual trivia and other events for kids made getting through just a little more bearable for students and staff and families. I loved collaborating on that with you, Brenda. In 2023, the Union-Endicott High School PTSA had also been without officers for 2 years and out of compliance with New York State PTA regulations, which was going to force the unit to cease existence. Looking at the longevity of our high school PTSA, it was over 35 years old at that time. Brenda wasn't ready to give up, so once again, she canvassed to get leadership in place and solicited the support of our administration and got UE High School PTSA back on track. Since then, the group has supported student events, teacher appreciation, scholarship, Founders Day, and has served as a voice for high school families. The strong foundation Brenda has built will allow this group to continue its important work in a better shape than Brenda found it. I think Brenda's pride and joy of service to our students in the community is the community garden at George F. Johnson Elementary School. Year after year, Brenda has helped coordinate the maintenance of the garden, organize volunteers to support the garden, and provided countless teachable moments for kids and families. Her vision has helped cultivate, pardon the pun, relationships across the county through donations, etc. Watching the fruits of her labor, there I go again, has been endearing and encouraging. Brenda has served in roles from PTAs to booster clubs to councils and beyond in this community for more than 20 years. I could spend hours talking about her service through her church, school, and other community agencies, but our time tonight just doesn't afford for that. To leave something better than when you found it seems like one of the most obvious and simple choices we can make in life. Imagine how different the world would be if everyone's primary intentions were to interact with anyone and everyone in a way that would leave them and yourself better than when you first met. Acting on this tenet, whether in the grocery store or walking down the street, from friendships to relationships to partnerships and beyond, can leave lasting impacts no matter how small or big the interaction. I realize there are other meanings to the saying, leave a place better than you found it. As a leader, each place Brenda goes and each person she talks with feels like they are in a better place afterward. So that better place could be a word of encouragement or inspiration, a challenge to think differently, a newly found confidence that something can be accomplished, an understanding that was not there before, a deeper awareness of oneself. The list could go on and on. The point is, I hope after hearing Brenda's story, you feel encouraged to make life better than you found it. Congratulations, Brenda. I'm honored to present your Golden Oak Recognition Award, and thank you just doesn't seem like enough to say for all you've done over the years, but please know you're greatly appreciated.
Thank you so much, Michelle. That was really, really touching. And thank you, everyone, for coming tonight to celebrate what I say is the good things going on in our UE community. And we're just surrounded with that tonight. I mean, I'm finishing up, but I can't even begin to touch on all of the love and just the spirit of community that we have witnessed here tonight. I'll just share something that keeps me going. Let me say thank yous before I forget those. Thank you to Michelle for nominating me. Thank you to my friend Suzanne for my shrine that she, created in the back there. Thank you to my family for all their support. Thank you for the people that I volunteer with because you are inspiring. And I just want to remember, for me, my service comes from my faith, so I know that, I've been called to use my gifts. And I encourage and I challenge you all to use your gifts that you've been given in the community and for each other and for the children. And before I leave, I just want, because we're surrounded here in this room by prior Founders Day winners. So can I have everyone who has, not tonight, but everyone who has won a Founders Day Lifetime Achievement Award to please stand. And then let's have this year's recipients also please stand. Thank you so much for all the service and all your love. Have a great night. Thank you.
Thank you all for your attendance this evening.